Can everybody hear me? Yeah? Okay, awesome. All right, I always want to say Tuesday, but happy Monday night. We're starting it on time tonight. I'm Trish McFarland. There's so many new faces on here. If this is your very first call with us, so this is your first team huddle on a Monday night, we had so many new people. My pulse was blowing up this past week and weekend with all new faces joining us. So if this is your very first huddle that you are a part of, in the comments, just give me a me and we will all welcome you. It's something that I love to do every single week, make sure that all of our new faces are being recognized and welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna just get rolling into this. Yay! Okay, well, she didn't say me, but Victoria, we have some new faces I know that are definitely on here. Yeah, so many new people here. I'm so excited about this, but okay, so we're getting started right away. So I don't know about you guys. How many people here in the comments, if you were home today, give me a 1 if you were home. Give me a 2 if you were home with your kids. Give me a 3 if you're like, holy crap, this is day 1 of a lot of weeks to come, right? It's gonna be a lot. Very good. So schedules are off, routines are off, right? Like things and I shared this a little bit on my stories today. So I have Griff, he's 5, he's gonna be 6. We're coming into the end of preschool here, and I set out March with these massive goals, right? I had these huge intentions and things that were gonna not just outcome goals, but goals of things that I was gonna complete and accomplish, like getting website stuff done and all of this, right? And then God was like, no, just kidding. Here's your child, and you're going to have him now until he's 18. You're going to be in charge of doing all this stuff, right? So that's just life, and that happens. And I just want you to know that no matter what happened today or what's coming in the next week or so, that the best thing about what we do is that we get to do this together, right? And we have this community of people that we have to rely on. So if you guys are hopping on, make sure that if you guys can, make sure your video is on. We're going to be sharing lots of knowledge tonight, just because there's a lot of things going on, right? And so obviously everybody here on this call has been impacted in one way or another with the things that are going on in the country right now, right? And knowing first and foremost that you're number 1, you're not alone, and number 2, that this isn't the first time that our country or that we have been through something like this, and that no matter what, we've made it through a lot of worse things. We're going to be making it through this, right? And that we're taking all the precautions, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But let's start with we get to do this together. It is so cool that we get to have this community. I don't know what I would do if I was just a stay-at-home mom today with just learning how to teach a child again, because I was literally taking out all my kindergarten stuff, and I was like, okay. I was like, here we go. Doing it all over again. But in the comments, let's start with some gratitude, you guys. So what are some things that you're super grateful for as we kick off our call tonight? So I was talking to you all day. Listen, I have all the kindergarten stuff, you guys, okay? All of it. I taught it for 12 years. Grateful to have you all as friends. Yes, I love the fact that we get to go outside today for this job, to meet everyone, learn. I know for me, one of my things that I'm really grateful for is that in this life and in this world where we can be really, really busy and we can look at all of this stuff as a huge inconvenience to things that are oh my gosh, this is an inconvenience to my work. This is my goals or things that I want to do. And while there's some really serious things that are happening out there with people that are losing income, I have for me, it's the freedom that Travis and I have, that we can be home with Griff. I can actually I get to teach him. Hello, it's all I wanted to do when I was a teacher, right? I love teaching, and I love being able to teach him now. I mean, it's not easy to teach your own child. I think everybody here could probably attest to that. They just don't listen to you. You're their actual parent. You're like, what do you mean? But it's just a really cool thing to be able to be really intentional and present during this time of uncertainty. And so as we're talking tonight, I think that's going to be the number 1 thing that we're going to be talking about is there's a lot of people out there right now that are feeling really uncertain. There's a lot of fear out there. There are people that no matter where you are falling in your like your level of belief in what's going on, or like how serious you take that it needs to be. You guys are not on mute. Can you think but that there are some serious precautions going around across the world pretty much, right? And that we're all being impacted. And so what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be kind of talking and discussing and walking you guys through this, like how to navigate through these waters. Okay. And like our outcome for this call is going to really be like giving you some really tactical things that you can do to move forward during this time. And I think we already have so many things in place. Like, guys, like we're already set up for virtual, right? Like a lot of like, not everybody's business, but like we have the ability, like we live in a time right now that we have the ability to grow our businesses online. Like all the stuff, like we don't have to go to parties. We don't have to do this. Like we really get to do this like through so many different platforms that we have, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, or if you do email list or YouTube, right? Like there's just so many opportunities for us to do this. So it's so amazing. But like, just know that like Prove It is taking all the precautions. Like we're already in it. So like they're working with the labs right now to make sure that everything is being handled. Like who here, if you were on the playbooks this weekend, can I get a 1 in the comments? And also, can we give some like mad love? Melissa did 2 of them, like just slayed and crushed it. But like all of the knowledge that we got from all the mentors in action, like you guys, if you have not, if you're like, what are the playbooks? What are they talking about? Like your number 1 tactical step this week is going to be to get in and watch all of the replays, every single one of them. Like it is the best information that you're going to find. It's going to help you grow your business. There are some massively awesome pro tips, amazing content. I was taking notes. I love them. They're so awesome. But like we're already doing stuff. Like B is already putting things in place for more virtual trainings, getting more videos made from thought leaders, right? For Keto Academy, right? So think about like Dr. Ryan Lowry, Jacob Wilson, like all of these things to help us with that. Also staying tuned to like glued to your Pulse app, as they're going to be setting up some things for some better like business opportunity blitzes, right? So these are going to be calls where you get to hear from different people that we can get our people plugged into to learn more about this business opportunity. And that's going to be really, really crucial for some awesome things. And I'm just going to leave it there. Melissa B's going to wrap it up with some stuff at the end of this call. But just know that like we have an opportunity right now to build foundation, to build strength in our daily habits, right? And the strength that we gain and the things that we learn going through this time is going to make us stronger on the other side of this, right? When this is all passed through. So we're going to just get like jumping right into this. And my goal is to make sure that we are on and off, because I know some of you guys are like, oh, I've been with my kid all day. Either 1, you're like, you're ready to go to bed, or 2, you're like, this is my time. I need to actually get down and get working. So, and like I said, like, this isn't the first time we counted this. Who here, I think everybody here, I hope everybody here was alive during 9/11, right? Does anyone remember 9/11? Yeah, in the comments, like, where were you during 9/11? Like, I just want to see, like, what were you doing? I was at college. You guys are like, I was 5. 8th grade math class. Oh, I'm so old, you guys. Or 9th grade math class. I was in college. I was like a junior in college, getting ready to leave college. Thank you, Doreen. Yeah. Were any of us on social media? No, it wasn't around, right? But like, here's the thing, like now, like something big and crazy like that happened, and we have the opportunity to still do this on like virtually. But how about who here was online working a business during the last election, right? Is anybody here? Nope, I was. Let me tell you something about it. Lots of things are very similar with stuff like this. When big things are happening like this, I want you guys to be really, really aware of this. It's noisy, very noisy on social media. We're seeing nothing, like literally during the election, we've been through this. Like it was nonstop. People are very distracted. People are tuned into the news. they're feeling fear, they're feeling really uncertain, they don't know what's going on. And so we have the privilege, right, of what we get to do to be able to share something completely different. But we're going to give you some tactical things tonight to really go forth and know, like, how do I get through the noise? How do I do something different in a time when everybody is either just posting about the virus, or they're posting about like whatever, like hating the fact that their kids on home, or they're negative, or they're complaining about the lack of toilet paper, right? Which, I mean, believe me, like, I don't know what we're gonna do because I did not take that threat seriously enough last week, right? But like, seriously, like, we get to be able to do this. So I'm actually gonna pop it over. We're gonna hear from two people. They're gonna share like mindset stuff. So I hope you guys have pen and paper. We have like actual tactical things. Then I'm gonna wrap it up with some tactical tips, and then we have Melissa B. So I'm gonna pop it over to Ottman. And the reason I'm gonna have Ashley share, and I'm gonna give you background on this, is that she sent me a text. I think it was last night. Was it last night, Ashley, that you sent it to me?
It's all the days are running together, but it was yesterday.
When California first announced that all the bars and restaurants were closing, and her perspective on it, I was like, I think that's something that our community really, really needs to hear right now. So I'm just going to hand it right off to you.
Hello, everybody. So I was talking to Trish, and it's just kind of been something that's been on my heart with all of this, right? So like, there's so much noise, like Trish just said, and the media is like, I don't know. At first I thought they were blowing everything out of proportion, but then there are things that kind of get to you and you're like, what components of this virus or of the social distancing should I really take seriously? And it brought to light just, John and I frequent some of our favorite restaurants regularly, and they were talking about they might have to close down for a couple weeks. And I was like, okay, well, I've been in the service industry before. That means that you make $0.00 if you don't get to go to work, right? And yeah, and Molly, exactly. So who is being impacted by that, right? Who is going from steady stream of income to literally nothing for an unknown amount of time? People need us more now than ever. And we've talked about, when people are looking for the opportunity, it's because most people are looking for hope. And we're kind of existing in a time right now where there's a lot of hopelessness. And you can be that light to somebody. And I'm not, from a mindset perspective, I definitely want you to realize that this is not me saying, hey, take advantage of this situation. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. I'm just saying, who has the hustle, who has the heart, and who could this opportunity truly change their lives in a time that's absolutely frightening. They don't know if they're going to be able to afford groceries. They don't know if they're going to be able to pay rent come the first of next month. And so my point is, stay very upfront and forthcoming about the opportunity. Every single person that's interested in ketones, ask them the $1 million question. Okay, would you like to enroll as a customer or a promoter? Plant that seed. Most people will be like, oh, I didn't even think about that. What does that entail? And that will then open that door for that next conversation. It's not about shoving it down people's throats. So that was just something that was kind of on my heart. And we've all heard the statistic that I think it's like $500 a month can literally be the difference between like poverty and broke, and like actually making it till someone's next paycheck. Hello, you can make $500 a month to prove it or more. So, again, I just wanted to share that, and was discussing that with Trish last night. Is there anything else I didn't touch on?
No, I think that's perfect. Like, it's exactly what you said. So like, she messaged me, and like, it was so evident, like, and how many people here, like, when just hearing her talk about this, like, you can feel her heart in that situation, right? Like, yeah, like, you can feel her heart. And like, I think that's where it all comes back to, right? Like, I was like, this isn't about capitalizing on something that is a really scary thing. This isn't why we're not talking about salesy or doing things like this. We're talking about leading with your heart and knowing like the opportunity that's here, and like, what is that fine line? Like, maybe it's $500. Maybe it's someone who makes $200 that could just keep them above water during a time that could be really financially stressful and scary for someone. And I'm not saying shove it down their throat, right? Exactly what she said. And do I have permission to share with you guys? A
Yeah.
message, a message I just received from someone who I don't even know who she is. She messaged me once on my birthday, which is in June. And so I just got this message for her. What's up, Trish? Sorry, it's been a while since I circled back. I've been swamped onboarding new customers. I hope you've been well. There's a ton of flash sales right now. I just found out on some of our non-toxic cleaning products, especially for everything that's going on. Also in immune boosting products. Want me to send the details so you can check it out? Wouldn't want you to fall into any sickness. If not, no biggie. Thank you. That's called salesy. That's called capitalizing. What we have is not that. So can I get everyone raise their right hand and vow to me that you will not send anyone anything being like, do you want ketones so that, you can help yourself not get sick? Like, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we are. And so I just thought, like, hearing that mindset and knowing, like, because I feel like a lot of us sometimes we hesitate, right? How many people here are like hesitant to share the opportunity or hesitant to talk about things right now because you don't know what to talk about, because you're like, everybody's so distracted, right? Like everybody's talking about something else. So like, don't like have the mindset, no. And like, I think like, and Bu just said this on a call, but like, what do you truly believe in? Right? Like, what are you truly believing in? Like, do you believe in this community? Do you believe in this opportunity? Do you believe in ketones? Like, then that's what we're going to share. And so thank you for sharing that, Ashley. I'm now going to pop it over to Macy. And the reason, okay, I'm just going to give a background of like why. So like Macy and I were chatting this weekend because we were supposed to be in Pittsburgh. We both were supposed to be in Pittsburgh and we both got that kibosh due to said virus. But her and I were talking and we were just saying how grateful we were that we had this opportunity, that like, despite all of the stuff that was going on, that like, we still had this opportunity to like work from home and provide an income for our family. And she was like, yeah, like that's basically like what I've been talking about a lot on her post. And so I thought it would be really cool to have her share, because I don't know if you guys have seen her post, and I'm not saying everybody go friend request her on Facebook. That's not going to help you with your business, I promise you, because she's going to share everything right now. So like, don't worry about it. But like, I thought it'd be really cool to have her share like her perspective and some of her tactical tips that she's been using for creating really valuable, meaningful posts on her social media. So you guys want to hear from Macy? You want to hear some of her? Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Macy.
Thank you, Trish. How is everybody doing? I have been having a blast with my kid at home. I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of people have been like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck at home with my kid. And I'm just like, hell yes, I've been missing my baby girl. I'm so happy I was, been able to have more time with her. So that's what I was just telling Trish. It's just, instead of like being negative Nancy's, we need to turn our mindset around and change that. So we need to turn it into a positive. Okay. So I'm that positive Patsy. Okay. I'm not no negative Nancy. So that's the whole point of me hopping on here tonight. It's just to kind of change our perspective and just look at all the positives. So when all of this chaos kind of came about, I realized that I hadn't been really all that intentional on who I was trying to target. So like Melissa B always talks about like, who are your people, right? And I'm always like, oh my gosh, like who are my people? My people are whoever wants to buy ketones, I thought. But my people are, the moms that, the stay-at-home moms that wish they could contribute more. The moms that have to go to work and work 9 to 5 and can't be home with their babies, but wish to God that they so freaking badly could. My people are the moms that are on day 5 of dry shampoo and don't give a damn, right? Those are my people. So that kind of just put into perspective, like, wow, I wasn't really sharing enough of that, like the work from home life, and like sharing that with my people. So that's just why I was so honored to be able to hop on here and share that. I'm so thankful for Trish for having me hop on here and to share all that with you guys. So like, obviously, like so many people are hurting right now, guys. And I don't know how many of you have ever been like small business owners. I owned a gym in Pennsylvania. I know what it's like to have overhead. And I know what it's like to have like bills that you can't even afford to pay for. Okay. So, and I'm going to try and get through this without crying. Okay. So like a lot of people are hurting right now. We need to take a second and just pray for those that are hurting. Pray for those that aren't going to be able to pay for their bills. Pray for those that aren't going to be able to maybe keep their business open after this is over. we have to just pray for all of those and just thank God that we are able to, that like Melissa said, we get to do this. We get to do what we love. You know, this isn't just something that we have to do. We choose to do this, and we just have to realize how blessed we are to do that. So again, I had realized I hadn't been sharing enough of, you know, like my work from home life. So for those of you that know me, you know that I was able to earn that COC bonus and everything. So I remember telling Melissa, as soon as I signed up, I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna get it. It's not like a question. I'm claiming it. It's mine. But when I do get it, I'm gifting that to my husband. So the fact that I was able to gift a Ford Raptor to my husband, the fact that I was able to earn that while working from home, and I've never been able to contribute anything as a stay-at-home mom. And the fact that I'm able to not only gift him with a Ford Raptor, it's not just like the car. It's just being able to contribute, you know, and feel like I'm worthy and just feel like I can take a little bit of that stress away from him. I wanted so badly to work, and my husband, I don't know, for those of you that don't know, like he works in the oil field, he works 2, 3, 4 weeks away sometimes. It's not fair to our babies to have 2 parents away. So I accepted the fact, okay, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom forever, you know, and I looked at it as such a negative thing, like, because I wanted so badly to contribute more than what I was, you know, given. So the fact that I am able to have all of you guys to work with every single day, and I can earn a Raptor for my husband, and I'm paying for our 10-year wedding anniversary to go to Maui, and I did that. So the fact that I was able to do all that from working from home and just contribute again, well, not even again, really, it's the first time in my life that I've been able to contribute. And I just realized, you know, I'm not sharing enough of that, and I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to be more intentional with who I'm sharing that with, because I know that there are plenty of stay-at-home moms that feel like me and feel like they're not worthy, feel like they, you know, they wish they could be contributing more. And then also going back to my other people who are those 9-to-5ers who wish to God they could be home with their babies, because it's not just the stay-at-home moms that I'm trying to target. I want to show all the people that have to leave their babies, that brand new mom who's 8 weeks postpartum that has to go back to work and does not want to leave her baby. Willow just turned 6 months, and I love her so much. I look at her and I'm like, I am so blessed that I get to watch you grow up. I'm so blessed that I don't have to have somebody else raising my baby. So that's just what I wanted to just share heavy on my heart, just like be more intentional with who you were targeting. So I have been like blowing up everybody's newsfeed. Sorry, not sorry. I've been doing more lives. I've been posting. I've been adding to my stories like crazy, just sharing more about the work from home life and sharing what this entire experience has been able to do for my family. It's not like the money. It's whose cups I'm able to fill. Who, like, what's the next cup I can fill? I'm constantly searching for that next cup to fill. And I'm constantly like in my promoter chat, like all my downline, and I'm like, listen, what can we do to hustle harder? Every single day I'm asking them, like, what can we do to make an impact? It's not just about how many ketones we can sell. It's the impact we are trying to have on lives. These are people's lives. And right now, this is when they need us more than ever. So I could go on and on and on, but I promised you I would be short, sweet, and to the point. And I'm always the one that cries. I'm sorry.
I love it. And I love you. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your heart. Like, I think like a big takeaway that I heard from Macy, and I think this is really important, is like, how many of you know who your target audience is? Like, I know, like, if you've been on Power Hours and if you're doing things like you hear us talk about, like, where do your people hang out? Who's on your dream team, right? But like your target audience, you guys, like in the most simplest form, your avatar is, I want you to think of who you were before you found ketones. Like, who were you before you found ketones? Who were you before you found this community? And like, those are the people you're writing to every single day. So if you weren't a mom, like talking about staying at home, like, oh, it's so great, I get to stay at home, and I don't know. Like, I don't know what you would say, right? Like, so like, you have to like figure out like, who are those people? Like, who were you before? Like, how has this community helped you? And I'm kind of getting into the next thing, but like, thank you for sharing. And I think like figure out who you're writing to, like especially right now. Who are those people that you need to talk to right now? Who are those people that you're creating and drafting those posts for? And like one of the biggest tips I've ever received, like, and this is like probably my number one favorite social media tip when it comes to creating content ever, is that every single time, like when in your head, like you're going to take, like tonight, this is homework for everyone, is I want you to, when we hop off this call, I want you to write out who your avatar is. Like, who were you? What kept you up at night, right? I think I've talked about this on one of our power hours before, but like, what are those things that kept you up at night? What are those things that, that you were stressed out about, right? What are things that you like? What were like, right? Like, what were those pain points that you were dealing with, not with other people? That's who you're going to write to. So every time you create a post, a story post, you're writing to that person, directly to that person, right? When I'm writing a post and I'm creating a post about like a mom, and like, for me, like I used to be the snippy, angry mom who was exhausted. I literally write to myself as a post, like all of the time. I don't write Dear Trish. Like I don't start it with that, but like I literally write it to myself, because those are the people that you want to attract, because they're going to be your people at the end. And same thing that she's doing, exactly what she said. Like she's writing, she's sharing the opportunity, and she's talking about her, what matters most to her, because that's what she wanted before she started here, right? So she's writing it to herself all of the time, like constantly. So like that is a pro tip. Like every post you make, write it to yourself. Write it to yourself. Write it to yourself. Who were you before you found ketones? Who were you before you found Prove It? Who were you before? Who were you 10 years ago? Like, what did you need to see? What do you need to read to get you out of a dark hole? And that's literally what I'm going to be going into. So now I'm going to just share, like, I literally have 5 tactical tips, and then we're going to get through this. Like I said, we were going to keep this short and sweet. Not because we don't love you guys, but because we know that everybody's dealing with a lot of different things right now. And so the first number 1 tip I want you guys to write down for going through all of this right now. And I've literally, so I do my best thinking in the shower. And so I've been thinking about this call for the last couple of days, and I kept coming back to this phrase. And then Erica said it today in one of our leadership things. BU just talked about it. We just heard about it. We just heard from Mandy Mitchell said it, and it's like the same phrase, and it's talking about being the light. And like there's a time right now where a lot of people are feeling heaviness. Yeah, they may be joking. Yeah, they're talking, they don't have toilet paper. Yeah, like they're doing things. But like, I think what you guys notice on social media when it's noisy like this and people are shouting and doing this, it's because people are covering up things that maybe they're really uncertain about. Like I know for me personally, like I literally like will joke about something a lot if it's like something I'm really uncertain about, right? That I'm really uncomfortable about. And so I think something that like we have the opportunity to do, guys, is that like, how many people here use social media, any social media platform, to talk about this business? Put a 1 in the comments. I want you to see all these ones that are going to pop up right here. Okay. I don't know how many numbers just popped up, but let's say there was 40. There are 40 opportunities right there that you are given the chance to be a light during this time. It's not like, if you scroll through your feed, everybody's sharing press conferences and this school shut down and no, our kids are never going to go back to school. We're going to have to teach them college at one point, like whatever it is that's going on. But like, it's a gift that we have, it's a privilege that we have, but it's also a task that we have to be the light. Our community is something that is so powerful and so amazing, and there's so many awesome things, like being on a call with you, being able to see faces that like I get to connect with almost every single day, right, with the power hours and stuff like that. But like, do you know how awesome it is that like I just spent all day like teaching Griff and doing stuff like that, but then I get to go on a call and I get to see Ala and Stacy and Tia, and I get to see Melissa and Ashley and Jennifer and Victoria, right? Like I have all of these faces that I get to see that I love, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is my community. And like we have that. like we get to be that light. We get to share that light. And so your first tactical tip is that when everyone take out their phone, if you're like, shit, I'm on my phone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're not on your laptop. Or even if you are on your phone, and I want you to take a picture. We're going to count to 3. So I'm not making, you guys always get the worst faces of me. So one time I'm going to have a normal face on social media, and we're all going to take a picture. All right. So on the count of 3, everyone got their phones ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! This is something I want you to share tonight, tomorrow. You can write a post tonight to yourself about the person who needed a community of this before, and someone send me the picture. I will. I actually didn't take one, so someone's got to send it to me too. But seriously, like, and share it. You can save it till Thursday to share it, whatever it is, but you're going to make a post about this community, and you're going to make a post about like what this community brings to you. Like, be the light, you guys. Like, don't be the darkness. Like, protect your energy, protect your heart, do what you need to do every single day during this time to protect your heart, so that you can go out there, like, pour into it, so that it literally is overflowing into the world around us. Like, that's a privilege that we get to do. If you're on social media, that is a privilege you get to do, is that you get to fill other people up with love and light, and during this time. So like, just be the light. And something that B said that I thought was awesome was like, we get to choose our certainty, right? Like, our certainty in this business, and we get to share that, right? Like, what is your level of belief? What is your level of certainty that like things are going to be okay? Like, you got to fill yourself up and then spread that everywhere like glitter, right? Like, throw it around so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. So number 2. So number 1 is be the light. Number 2, value. Value, value, value. I say this on every single power hour. The Go Giver, if you guys have not read it, get it on Audible. Don't order on Amazon. They're taking like 7 days for deliveries. Like, don't do it. But like, get on Audible. It's called The Go Giver. It's one of my favorite books, and it talks about just giving to the world. This is the time to give. How can you impact the people around you in the best way don't think about ketones. Don't think about what you're going to get from it. What are things that you can share with the world that could possibly help someone? I've been sharing like homeschool, it's not even homeschool, but homeschool hacks all day, right? I shared how I felt going from Thursday to today and the shift that I've had. And like, this is the time I get to be intentional. Exactly what Macy said. Like, yeah, I could view it as an inconvenience, but now I get to be able to like spend time with my baby. And I'm like, this is awesome. And like, this is something that I need. But there are things that you have, and there's value that you can give to the world. And listen, like, I am 1,000,000% on board with all of the memes that have been going around about this. Like, literally, I can't, like, every time I see a toilet paper one, I cannot, like, literally, I stop everything I'm doing to read it and laugh out loud. Like, 'cause I can't. But like, that's not value. What is the value that you can bring to the world, right? Like, and think about that. Like, what's something that you're really good at? What's something that you feel really positive about right now? What's something you're good at right now? Maybe you're like, listen, like, I'm really good. Like, I can make like a whole bunch of slow cooker freezer meals on a Saturday or Sunday, and I can prep it so that way I don't have to worry about making dinner every single night with all this chaos going on, or whatever that is. Like, but what is the value that you can give? What are those hacks? What are those tips? What are things that you can give to people? What are ways that you can give to people in your community? Give back to teachers, give back to schools, right? Like, what is the value that you can give? Because I promise you, what you give, you have forever. You will get to keep that forever. And that's going to be what builds the relationship and the trust. And don't even think about ketones. Don't think about the sale. Don't think about any of that. Yes. And I thank you, Melissa B, for reminding me that. Yeah. Like, we have Jen Renner. She's actually led our power hour today. So if you guys aren't hopping on, you're missing out. And she's actually creating all of these videos, like homeschool videos on YouTube for her students and stuff. Like, how amazing is that? Like, it's not about anything else. It's literally just like, this is her heart. This is what she's good at. This is what she's sharing. And like, you don't get to hide your gifts. Like, if you have a gift in some area, whatever it is, like, now's the time to let it shine, you guys. Like, seriously, like, now's the time to give. So share value on top of value on top of value on top of it. Yeah, she actually killed the power hour today. It was awesome. So give more than you could even think. Like, give more than anything you would ever ask in return. Number 3 is get plugged in. And so this is like an actual tactical tip that like is really important, you guys. Like, plug into your pulse every day, multiple times a day. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. Maybe we're going to get lucky. I don't know. Stay tuned to your pulse. We never know what's coming from Prove It, right? Stay tuned to your pulse. They're going to be doing these Blitz power hours or Blitz business. Sorry, do erase that. I just said that. I don't want you guys. I don't want to confuse you guys. Yeah, I don't want to confuse you. They're going to be doing Blitz business opportunity calls. Stay tuned to that. How many people here have kind of gotten sucked into scrolling social media since you're home a lot more? Anyone else? I know, but Trish said, I don't need anyone saying that. Who here has been on social media a little bit more because they're off more or whatever? Right? You're home more. What if you took all of that time of scrolling and looking and watching TikToks, Trish, and you turned it and did literally like get on the playbook events? Go to the Prove It promoter page, and I want you to watch all of the play. Like, this is an actual homework tip for every single one of you. No one's allowed to come to me and be like, I don't know what to do. If I'm going to say, did you watch the events? Because if not, I can't talk. You're going to watch those first, and then we can have a conversation. Watch the playbook events, you guys. They are jam-packed with value. They are jam-packed with content, everything that you need to know to grow your business, and do that. And then number 2 is going to be get into, or 3 for the plugging in. So you have the pulse, you have the playbook, so Prove It promoter page. The last thing is going to be plug into the power hours. This is a time more than anything else that teacher Trish, I know. So what you guys have to do is, how many people here, this is your first time, like you don't usually work from home. Like you're like, you get up, you leave your house, you go to your business, you go to your 9 to 5, right? Anyone here? Yeah. So if this is your first time being at home, like all day, like, and you're getting quarantined right now, guess what? Welcome to the work from home shit show. And I'm sorry for cussing, but it's true, right? You have to be your best boss and you have to be your worst boss. You have to know you have to set boundaries. You have to set structure. You have to set routine and habits. I'm not talking for your kids' homeschool. I'm talking for your business and yourself. That's why these power hours are going to be so powerful. They are happening twice. It's a totally different ballgame. They're happening twice a day. You need to get plugged into them. Like, do it twice a day. If they're the only 2 hours you work during the day, do it. Talk to who you need, like do whatever you need to do to get on them and build the habits to build the foundation of your business. Because guess what? You're going to have to go back to work sometime, right? I know, like, or maybe you won't. Maybe you can build enough habits and enough momentum that you're like, peace. Like, I don't even have to go back now, right? But like, real life's going to come back, right? Normalcy is going to set back in. You have to have everything settled and ready to go before we move on, right? So get into these power hours as much as possible. Like, this is the time to absolutely plug in as much as possible. And I don't know if you guys have been hearing things or whatever, but people that are plugging in, like, yeah, there's some that have gone 2 hours, and not because we're like twiddling our fingers, like we're just spouting value. Like, I know sometimes that, and I've seen Melissa B do this, I've saw Melissa May do this, right? Where we'll be sitting there in the middle of power hour, be like, oh, this is a great tip that you should do. And like, I sent some off the cuff stuff last week about scheduling things out and doing things with like groups and stuff. And people are like, holy crap, this is mind blowing. Get on them, because they're the things I might not train on these calls, because I don't think about them unless I'm actually in the midst of doing what I do every single day. And so there's so much value in that. Plug into them every single day. I know we have so many people here to remind people. Yeah, it's so awesome. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. Okay, so, and then something that BU said, and I just want you guys to write this down if you guys have, it says, you don't, like that, we just got off this call and this has to do with your routines. And he said, you don't rise to the goals. So like, we have all these goals that we set, you're going to fall to your systems. So what systems are you putting in place every day for your business? And it starts here, and it starts in the midst of chaos, and it starts in the midst of homeschool. It starts in the midst of your kids literally waking up and being with you 24 hours a day for the next 25 years. That's what it feels like. So just like, what are those systems you're going to put in place? Get on the power hours, plug all the way in. Number 4 is share and invite. So this, like exactly what Macy just was talking about and what Ashley was talking about when it talks to sharing and inviting. Don't share and invite the way Angie M's did to me right just now, right? Where she just cold messaged me and was like, you're going to die from Corona if you don't take my immune boosting stuff. That's exactly what that's capitalizing on this. Share and invite. Your curiosity posts are going to be so impactful right now. Curiosity posts. You don't have to like have ketones in your hand. You could just have it in the cup like we always talk about. Again, jump on Power Hours. We'll teach you more about curiosity posts. And you could talk about the power that like the energy that you feel that you're being home, right? Whatever that is. You could talk about a curiosity post right now with the picture that you guys just took about the community and how like you're so grateful that like in a time when we are all being socially distant, we have an opportunity to come together every single week. And I still have that community. I still feel the love. I still feel the support. I still have a tribe of people that are empowering, supporting, believing in me when I don't even feel like believing in myself, right? So like, these are things that are so important. Curiosity post, share and invite to the promoting opportunity, because people are going to need it now more than ever. And we'll talk about that later. I just want to admit all the things, but we'll talk about that in a second. But share and invite, don't stop. And then my last tip, and guys, this is huge. And actually, me and Melissa, we were talking about this earlier today. And I actually talked to multiple people that I can see on this call right now about this, because people are like, well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Flash sales on trial packs. So how many people here have some sort of stock supply of ketones at their house right now for trial packs? Y'all gotta raise your hand. You're gonna want to do this. Listen, people aren't interested right now in being like they don't need to be sold on all of these things right now. Have an opportunity for them to just get product in their hand. And so this is how I do flash sales. So, and I'm going to give it like a quick history on myself, is that not this past June, but the June before that. So June of 2018, in May, we had the biggest month at that time that we had ever seen in company history. We had this massive 33% off sale. Things went bonkers, bananas, insane, crazy. June and July came. It was the start of summer. Just the way the cards fell and things went, like things kind of felt like they were slowing down. So what do you do when things like that happen? You offer trial packs. You get ketones in people's hands any way, shape, or form. And so this is how you do a flash sale. And so, so number one, you're going to this is what I always do. I find my inventory, I figure out and I always keep the receipts of what I paid for and stuff. And so I figure out how much I paid for that box of ketones with shipping included. Was it on Smart Ship? Was it a specialty flavor? Was it one of the free ones? Did I get it with my Prove It Buck Smart Ship every single month? Whatever it was. And I take the total. So let's say it was a full box it was a seasonal limited edition, whatever. It was $156. What I do is I divide that by 20. I figure out how much each packet is worth. And then I figure out from there, and I build my trial packs based on how much each packet is worth. So this packet was $7. Oh, this one was free. Thank you. And Melissa B told me this was 17 cents. So I'm going to put that in my pack, because this was my free Lime Time I got 2 months ago. I'm going to put that in there. I figure out how much that trial pack is, the base price that I paid for it. I add $5 on for shipping, and that is exactly what I charge. Now, I understand that some people use these trial packs as a way to build additional income and earn additional income, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you, in a time like this, when people are going to they're worried about their income, you guys, we want to offer them something that hey, this is just for you. I've been able to do 5 packs for $25 before, just because I got them all on sale. This is why when we say stock up on sales, this is why. Yes. And thank you for doing that. Do not post the price, you guys. There's so many ways. Talk about a flash sale. Run it from now till Friday. Talk about why are you running it? I know people are home. I know mom, I understand. I know this stuff saved my life. So I'm running a flash sale. Guys, listen, you guys can say $10 off. You can say $10, $20 off. who knows? And then you could tell them like, yeah, like, oh, these packs are only 80 and I'm only charging 60 today. So people are like, holy crap, I'm getting 20 bucks off. You're like, sweet. And you send it, whatever it is. I'm not saying I charge $80 for my packs, so I don't. But like run a flash sale on this. That's it. Like focus on that. Like if you guys can focus on flash sales of trial packs and getting product in people's hands, these people will become customers. Get as many trial packs out the door over and over and over again. Because if you want to know that like the key to building a really successful business is trial packs. Rinse, wash, repeat. You get trial packs in your hand, people try them, they fall in love, they become customers, they want to sell it, they become promoters, boom, 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 rinse, wash, repeat over and over again. So those are going to be my 5 things. I did a deal or no deal if that went well. Oh, I'm going to have to hear about this for sure. Because what is it I need to hear about the deal or no deal? There's so many fun things that you guys can do with this. So those 5 things, again, be the light, give more value than you could ever think about receiving anything in return, get plugged all the way in, share an invite, curiosity posts, trial packs, flash sales over again. And so was that valuable for you guys? Yeah. All right. I'm going to pop it over to Melissa B. She's going to wrap it up and then we're going to hop on off.
Hey guys. All right. So just real quick, when Prove It came into my life, when I joined this business, there was something inside of me that I knew, like, I just knew in my core. I can't even explain it because people thought I was absolutely freaking insane. Like, I knew the heart of this company. I knew that it was good. I knew that the people that it attracted were good people and that it was so much more than selling a product, but it's about helping people improve their lives, and it's about doing the right thing, and it's about making people better. And I just knew it. Like, I can't even explain it. I just knew it. And so whether you're a week into this business or a year into this business or 2 years into this business, whether you feel this or not, like, borrow that belief. And you know, the more time I get to spend with Brian Underwood, I used to hear people say all the time, like, I would follow him off a cliff. I would follow him down an alley. And I was like, y'all are nuts. Like, I wouldn't follow anybody anywhere. But I'm telling you, like, this company is so good, and what we are behind and what we are doing is so whole and so good that if we don't share this with others, we are making that decision for them. And what we have has to be shared. This opportunity for moms to be home, this opportunity for people to provide for their families that have never been able to provide before, this opportunity to help people become healthy and help people, like, what we have is so freaking special. And if we don't share it, we are making that decision for people. So the 2 things that were hit on tonight were offering trial packs because it gets product in hands, and sharing this opportunity with people. And this company is going to help us with both of those things over the next couple of days, not because we are taking advantage of people, not because we are, you know, using what is happening in the world, but because we know what we have can help, and we are coming from a place of gratitude and a place of heart and a place of doing what's right. And so keep those things in the forefront of your mind. Go all in with sharing. This is the time where you're not worried about what others think, that you're not worried about, you know, where you're posting or who's going to see it. Like, this is where we rip off those band-aids, where we peel back the layers and we just bear it all, because what we have has to be shared. And so stay plugged into your pulse. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So whether you're feeling lucky or not, I don't know details, or I would probably share them because I'm the worst secret keeper ever, but I know something really good is coming. And I also know that the company is really going to help us and rally behind both trial packs, so us pushing trial packs and getting those in hands, and also sharing this business opportunity. So keep those 2 things in mind. Plug into Power Hours, because that's where we teach the really nitty gritty tactic things. Truly, guys, like, this team, like what Trisha's set up for us, and Melissa May that brought us this Power Hour schedule, like, what we have is really incredible. Like, not just the company standpoint, but this team and the tools that we have that we're providing. And twice a day, like, are you kidding me? So plug in, share trial packs, share the opportunity, because this is not where we take off the gas and we like fear and stock up on toilet paper. This is where we give to others and just go all in. So really excited for this week. My husband just shut off the lights, so I guess that's my cue to like just cut it. But I will see you guys on Power Hours this week. Stay plugged into your pulse. More trainings coming on that page, and definitely some promos for us.
Thank you. Yes, and I think that's a perfect way to end this call. You guys, tomorrow morning's power hour is at, ready? 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're all like, oh gosh, but listen, what is a better way, especially if you're like, I don't know, what is it? In the Central and the West Coast, whatever, Pacific Standard Time, like you get to wake up and you get to bang out an hour of work before your kids even get up, before you even start your day. So it's the best way to start your day, to make sure it's under your belt. Then you can focus on whatever you need to handle during your day and get going. And so I'm super excited. 8 a.m. tomorrow. It will be our power hour, and that's it. Get plugged. Yes. And definitely, guys, the playbook, they're coming out with more. So like stay tuned to your poll, stay tuned to the Prove It Promoter page, and we will see you guys. Love you. Go be a light. Go make your avatar and get ready to send some curiosity posts this entire week.